Brian's Mobile One.
So we've got an oil leak on a 2017 Ford Fusion SE. As you can see, we have the underskirt protective diaper, and it's saturated with oil and it's been dripping everywhere. This thing's been to the lube shop and it was down to its last 4 fasteners. You have 4 across the front and then you have a whole bunch more going around, and they'd all been deleted by lube techs. And the story goes, this wasn't leaking before they took it in, now it is leaking. So there's a number of different ways this can happen, but the first thing we need to do is we need to figure out where it's leaking from. It's right here. There's a stream of oil down here.
Yep.
So that is around the oil filter. There is old oil above it, but if it only leaks when it's running, it's definitely from the oil filter seal. So what we found is that it's not double O-ringed, but this O-ring is irregular. The thickness of it varies. It's kind of wavy up and down when you ran your finger around it. I pulled it out, and it's not easy to detect, but this isn't manufactured properly. This is a oil filter from AutoZone. It's the cheapest one that they sell. And apparently the manufacturing constraints are not as good or adequate to the application. So that's where the leak was coming from. And there's a little bit of a blemish at the bottom of it. There may have also been some contamination. And then looking around, there's some oil stain all around there. It hasn't been wiped clean in some time. Probably it's been several oil changes that's been dirty. So it could have been some dirt, debris. When I went to take this off, it was way over tightened. They're trying to compensate by over tightening. I expected to find something underneath that O-ring, but there was nothing there. So it was the O-ring. We know because the filter's here, you hear the engine running. We put a new filter on, I sprayed brake cleaner, made sure there was nothing dripping, and it's not dripping at all. It was the O-ring. Was it frustrating having the O-ring oil leak problem?
Go to a fast place.
So the lube shop took off all of her screws and used a really crappy filter. This is actually a Wix by a different name. It's got a lot better quality to it. These are junk. They have been for a long time, but apparently the O-rings on them are crappy. But the hard part is you went back to the lube shop and they looked at it.
Said it was fine and that it wasn't.
What did he tell you?
Told me it was an oil leak in my motor somewhere.
Somewhere that's not the drain plug and not the filter. It's not the filter's fault, right?
That's what he said. Yeah.
Well, he's wrong. He doesn't know. Have you guys had something frustrating like that where you take it back to the mechanic, you know what the problem is, and then they say it's not us, and then you get in there and it is? Let us know in the comments below.
Thanks for watching. Be sure to click like and subscribe.
Is this my guy?